thou have burger? Dost thou have burger? I just figured out how to schedule a live and then make that live actually go live. You know what I'm saying? Turn those noties on, gang. I need to get out of here. I'm just sitting here thinking about all the hate people have shown me for no reason, and asking God when I'm gonna get justice for it, or if I ever will. There's a bunch of cow noises going on. I'm just gonna, for the people that watch later, I'm going to sit here until people join. When it picks up, the Sunset Motel has taught me that being inside, surrounded by people, is not the way to go for any mode of life. Unless maybe you're a Leo, and it might be a better season for it. There we go. What's up? I figured out how to make the live I schedule be live. So I'm waiting for people to pop in. And then I'm going to show everyone something pretty cool that can get everyone together to actually do something that will change the state of Vermont. But for now, I'm watching everyone I love pervert and destroy the connections that I worked so hard to build for my entire life. What's up, everybody? I found a way that we can all work together to make a difference here. And I waited till today because I was giving everyone in my hometown time to come to their senses. And they refused. And they chose wrong, even after I dropped the funniest content on that Facebook group they'll ever see. Turning into some type of dinosaur person. So we'll hit till 5, and if nobody shows up, I'll tell you guys. Somehow I managed to have kicked the sheet off the bed and get under the sheet. I still have Brachiosaurus in my lungs. Domingo. Today's Domingo. A Spanish person. Oh, fuck you. A spirit just came, a little cherub spirit came from the sun down into my room and said, Domingo. I know Spanish. Leviosa. Okay. Seems like nobody cares. Isn't it crazy? How many times have I predicted the future based on spirituality? How many times have I predicted people's behavior based on living inside the connection with God. How many times have I showed you tarot readers that just look up to the heavens and then, okay, Casey, a 33 life path Sagittarius needs to know this. There was literally one last night, the last live stream that I went on. You can watch. I've opened a tarot video. I go, okay, it's going to be Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. And then she gets all of it. She gets all of it. But there were still people in my comment section going, you need to get the fuck off this. This is making you crazy. You're crazy. You're fucking crazy. No, I'm not. I'm a dinosaur. Do you not see that I'm turning into a stegosaurus? Do you not see that I'm becoming some type of dinosaur shape? Do you not see the ancient wisdom is now evolving into my jaw and nose to make me look more like a dinosaur? And you think I'm crazy? You think I'm the crazy one? All right. I was waiting for people to pop in, but they couldn't take it. Who's here? Let's get my second phone. Scanning. Oh, it fell off the bed earlier. Yeet, 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 yeet. I've been getting some views, guys. I've been getting these YouTube React streams. I've been getting some views. I've been getting a lot of fucking views. And I will never delete these streams. They'll be here forever. Even if I don't like how I was in them. And I felt like I should have been more authentic. These streams will never be eradicated from the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because these streams weren't for you. They were for me. The only one that cared. Me. The only one that appreciates it. Me. I am the next big thing. I can't be stopped. They'll never be able to stop me. Okay, I was waiting for it to pop in. Nobody showed up. Everybody left. Everybody scrolled away. Do you not want to help? Do you not want to help me save the state of Vermont? Do y'all not want to help me save the state of Vermont or something? I'll have you know I'll whoop you like a gas station pierogi. I mean, hope. You a beat down, dirty leg hoe. You're a beat down, dirty leg hoe. That's right. You know what you is. You a beat down, dirty leg. Get into the bowl. Okay. It's Domingo. You are the top of my shelf is ugly. And I'm also going to wait. Let's turn this heat up. Heat is on to mix the bacteria with the outside world and put me in a state of confusion. Jurgen Durgen. Okay, I'm at 83%. I went live on the wrong phone. I went live on the wrong phone. But the camera's better on this one. Okay, you ready, guys? Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hawk to it on Joe Rogan.
She go to jail? What happened now? What happened to Hawk? That's my girl. Well,
What did she do? For over 300 hours.
What does that mean?
She went to sleep and she hasn't woken up.
What did she do? She just hasn't been on social media, you mean? It's not like she's hiding.
A coin was launched with her meme and she was like the front of it. I don't know the details.
Is that a crime?
No. The pump and dump might be the crime.
The thing was, there was an enormous amount of money that was put into this meme coin by all these people, and then she or someone representing her side of it sold, like instantaneously, and made a huge score, and then the coin was worth nothing. So all those people that invested money, like one guy invested $1 million. Like imagine, like the Hawk Tour girl, yeah, that's a sound investment.
Yeah.
That seems like a good place to put my nest egg. She go to jail?
What happened now? What happened to Hawk Tour? That's my girl.
And also, for whatever reason, men don't seem to care if girls have done gay stuff. Gentlemen in this room, I want you to imagine you're on a date with a woman and she's the one. Right? If you get lucky, you will find the one. But sometimes you're not with the one, and it doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen. Like one bad relationship after another, you're so frustrated. Like, am I ever going to find someone I fucking love? And then finally, you're on the date with the perfect person. She's so fucking cool. You're drinking margaritas. You're imagining having a family together. And she's like, in the interest of full disclosure, I just want you to know that for the last 10 years, I was in a relationship with a woman. And you're like, blow miles! Woo! You call your friends up. Dude, it's like a barn find. Yeah, it's like a 69 Mustang that was under a tarp. A lady had it. Yeah, she took it out every couple days and licked it. Look at all the rubber on those tires. And also, for whatever reason...
That's not bad. Dorks. Because they're inside people. I'm slowly becoming an inside person. I'm not made to be an inside person, guys. Alright, so nobody's showing up. I was saying if we can get 10 people here, I will reveal a way that we can all work together to gain a $20,000 asset. Yeah, not even them. Not even whoever popped in wants to care. $20,000 collectively with 10 people. Not today. I mean, I was going to tell you the good news. And I was going to show you this program. 1434. But a robot crow has showed up. And I have a PhD in crow behavior. I know which ones are the stupid robots that sit outside. Right outside my window. One fucking bird shits out my window. And I wish that I brought my fucking gun. It's just turning me into like a vampire or something. Nosferatu. nose forgot to. My teeth bit because my nose forgot to. My teeth smell. All right. It looks like nobody cares. So we'll react to some YouTube. Okay. I've been trying to show people something very important, and every time I try, a crow starts screaming at me from outside the window. So maybe this is one of those instances where you don't let the devil know your plans, so he doesn't waste time trying to use it against you. Sat out my window. It's full of prejudiced retards. Damn. I'm the only one banned. Someone's here. What's up, bro? Letting you keep the warm room. You're sideways now. Getting your grub on. What's up, bro? My phone's charging. I was trying to show people that I have this way that we can all work together to get something around like $20,000, but nobody cared because it would involve helping me. Poor me, right? So I'm gonna do it on my own. Because then I tried to just, I'm like, fuck it, I guess I'll just say it anyway. And then there was a crow outside my window going, rah, 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 for the first time in days. And it's a Sunday. So I figured maybe it's better if I jump out into the open road on myself. or whatever the saying is. Yeah. I need a hat. I need a hat to keep my fucking hair out, fam. Yeah. So we're gonna be reacting to some YouTube. I fucking hate Facebook. Three little birds sat out my window. Indigenously. There are demons in the room. Yep. I knew whoever you are, I knew you were gonna join. If you go back literally just 1 minute, I'm shaking like this because I had this weird gift of discernment where I could suddenly see all the different spirits in the room, and it was kind of pushing and tugging, trying to like weave itself into my mind to give me impulses, and I felt like that was because there was a higher connection to a higher timeline. So you must have strong faith. You must be like a very hopeful person. Heartless prejudice from a churchgoer. Virtue signaling garbage from a white woman. I don't care about your opinion. About your opinion. And frankly, we don't want to hang out with you either. A churchgoer. Goodbye, Deborah. churchgoer. I don't care about your opinion. Frankly, we don't want to hang out with you either. Goodbye, Deborah. There was a woman talking shit on the internet about how one time she went to my hometown and there was a guy on a sleeping bag on the sidewalk. Now she won't go downtown anymore because she's terrified what might happen to her on the way back to their car. See them as human. Why should they see you that way? Wrecked. And you're fat. I'm going in for the kill. I'm going in for the kill. Looks like she has a very large family. Yep, rich white people. This should make anybody angry. This is the woman that's talking shit about removing the homeless from the state. That she just can't stand the sight of them. And that they all need to leave, or else she's not bringing her money into town anymore. She has a house with a cubby and a staircase. And the staircase has like a nice railing. What the fuck? She doesn't know how to take it. She doesn't know how to use a cell phone. She wrote, so there's some bitch virtue signaling talking shit about homeless people and saying they all need to be eradicated from society. He said, all these people are like, thank you for finally speaking the truth. Well said. I can't wait until you run for office. And she's barely coherent. Just bringing up shit like, let me paint you a picture. It's horrifying that there are drugs downtown. So I said, heartless. So she said, the same brother was, I won't even go downtown to a movie for fear of what I might encounter on my way back to my car. So I said, heartless prejudice from a churchgoer, virtue signaling garbage from a white woman. I don't care about your opinion, and frankly, we don't want to hang out with you either. Goodbye, Deborah. What if this hostility and separation from you puts the target on your back? You already don't see them as human. Why should they see you that way? Seems like a whole new world to you. Maybe God is forcing you to recognize your flaws. Maybe God is forcing you to recognize your flaws. on people who need help, Cindy. You won.
And treating them well will lead others to being good toward you and treating you well is a toxic trait that you're carrying into adulthood from a coping mechanism that you acquired as a child. But the reality is people don't treat you how you treat them. People treat you how you teach them to treat you. Or better said, people treat you how you allow them to treat you. It's very likely that you grew up with a very unstable parent, someone that you felt like you had to kind of walk on eggshells around. Maybe they were verbally or even physically abusive. And you learned that growing up, the only way that you could be happy and feel safe and get your needs met was if you were able to make them happy by being a good little boy or girl, constantly catering to them and
Making my
doing
mom
whatever
laugh
it
so
is
she'd
that they
stop freaking out, and then calling the police to try to hurt me. I want her dead. I want her dead. It's the biggest challenge in my life is forgiving my mother.
managed.
All right. Okay. Now, where is... The devil's real, guys. I don't... The devil's real, and it's infesting every person you know. I thought that going to the homeless programs would be sort of like going into the open arms of someone that cares about me a lot. And what I found is that I found a bunch of narcissists that thrive off control have put themselves in a position that deals with people that have suffered the most. And pretty much every interaction is them trying to weave out your personal sovereignty to turn you into an animal. And then they get high off ordering you around like a dog. And then when you stand up for yourself to the narcissist, they almost try to hide and boycott the keys to you finally getting help. It's like every avenue you go to escape the ground is designed to be so torturous and horrible. It's better to get back out onto the street. They stonewall you because they're afraid of what you've learned being outside of society. You embody something that their system can't function. unless they steal it by going around and forcing it out of you, and then now they're you, and then you're empty, and they send you back out. And we have an entire, I'm not doing that to you. If you felt like I might have subconsciously done something, you can have whatever you felt you might have lost back. Unless you're my mom, and then you're gonna get fucking killed by somebody that isn't me. But I just have this strange feeling that God won't allow her to do what she's done to me all these years. And just because she sends me a 20 here and there when she feels like it'll make her look better. My mom only helps me when it gives her a good story to boost her to all of her relationships. If nobody else cares, then I'm just some schizophrenic loser. And she slanders me on the internet to the point that I have my peers threatening me because of lies that she said about me. And she's such a fucking narcissist. She has no idea how to comprehend what's been right in front of her face. Half of this year was trying to force my mom into having real empathy. Spirit is putting me on display for all to see. And then there's a bunch of extremely famous people with weird hats. Okay. Oh yeah, I was saying that I think white people are narcissistic as a culture. I think that the people, what the DSM would define as narcissism, is present. Yeah, famous people wear weird hats. And I had my mom did give me a weird hat as a child that I wore up until graduation in high school. And it wasn't weird, but it was just like an old circular hat, but it was a one of one. You couldn't find it. We've tried to find it for years. Eventually a pedophile stole it because he said he was trying to ritualistically steal my energy from my family. And he was trying to become me with satanic necromancy magic. And then he said he stole my ability to write, and then he wrote a book with it. And now my parents were on his dick for a year now. And he's openly admitted to grooming 15-year-olds and raping a 12-year-old and other heinous, horrible acts. I might have that switched. He might have raped a 15-year-old and groomed a 12-year-old that he worked with at a job somewhere. And I guess gay people are like, it's cool when you're gay. You can be 12 and fuck a 40-year-old. You're gay. You don't have any options. No. That 40-year-old groomed that child that was confused. And then he kept showing me his gun and trying to go out into the woods. Then he showed up at my tent and just stood there hovering over the tent, shaking, staring at me through the tent. And I couldn't see why he was shaking. And my parents, every time he posts, my family's in his comment section. Please give me money. Please give me money. That's my family, guys. Maybe if I suck your dick on the fucking, in the comment section. This lonely loser that has made passive income might bless me so I can get Instacart for one more day a month. While my son is having to kill people in self-defense on the street. Trying to pioneer a way out of homelessness to save others. And to figure out a solution to the system that abuses him. So you want to see my cool hat, guys? Let's try to find my cool hat. It's on this phone. My cool hat's on this phone. Which fucking sucks. Because it means I'm gonna have to go like 7 different. I mean, I can go on Facebook and find it. I can find my weird, unique hat, and you guys are gonna flip shit when you see my unique, cool hat. I would bring the hat back this year if I had it. For some reason, my phone has not charged. Okay, gang. This is what I looked like at my prom. As you can see, I'm a giant. I'm towering over the mountains. But you see, I have this hat. And you see there I'm wearing a hat. And there I'm wearing a hat. And there I'm wearing a hat. But it's not a fedora, because a fedora is angled. This is just a full circle. Like a crown. There's my hat. And people think my hat is weird. That's a different hat. That's a real fedora. There's my hat. I think that is not my hat. That's a different hat. Here's my hat. It was checkerboard. Like black and white, 1111. And I fucking love that shit. How could people hate on this fucking hat, bro? It's dope. It's different. It's Hierophant. It's giving Hierophant. Also, that's what I look like. People called me so many names after high school, making up shit about who I was in high school because girls liked me because they thought I was good looking. Now, what race am I? What ethnicity is this? There's an Irish person. There's an English person. I don't look like either, and I don't look like them combined. My eyes look, I thought people said I was Japanese. I think I'm indigenous. I think my mom had like a recessive gene, or my father did. Because I don't see people with that nose. I don't see people with the eyes like this. It's different. I don't have the pointy ears to match the ratio to the nose like people like Damien Haas, who's German. What the fuck am I, guys? So this guy's these two are both indigenous. They have a lot of indigenous. And you see we have the same skin tone, so I'm assuming that I'm also indigenous. Then I got older, and then started looking a little bit more Irish. But I was also homeless. Look how big your cranium gets from having to always have to figure out how to survive every day. Systematic bureaucracy. That's my hometown. This is at the end of the cowboy before the winter set in. Started out with nothing, ended up with all this. And then I always have been a cowboy, look. And look, I have the same checkerboard that is in my hat. It was predestined. And this is what my dad looks like. He's pretty cool. That's what I look like. I'm pretty cool. You're only young once. I hate it. This is me after I had fully conjoined Cernanos and I was one with the forest, using a phone for the first time. This is me in the year of the cat. Somebody said Egyptian. That's me in high. That's me when I was 18, I think, 17. And they called me the king of the crazies. They called me the king of the crazy people. Which are really the king of the coolest people. Cat Williams is crazy. Joe Rogan's crazy. Donald Trump is crazy. Elon Musk is crazy. Everybody's crazy. There's just people that hate other people. Isn't it cool that a year before my album cover, we had the red with the white right there, with the dark hue? This is also giving Hierophant. This is 2023. You can see how sick being a homeless man is when you sleep on the ground. But I was doing major push-ups every day. This is the view from the tallest mountain in Vermont, going up it. That's the ski lodge, 4,000 feet down. That's a whole town. This is me. I didn't even know anything about indigenous stuff, but on the 4th of July, I put tons of seagull feathers that I was feeding. They'd drop a bunch of feathers, so I put them all in my hair, and I would walk around like that, shirtless, around public parks. Here's another picture of my hat. I've been trying to either find a way to remake this or find the same hat, and we can't find it anywhere. It's not a bowler hat. It's not anything. It's a custom. Somehow my mom found a one of one. They've been trying so hard to stop me, obsessively trying to ruin my life and destroy my reputation for years. For no reason other than they're jealous. I don't do anything or say anything to anybody. They're trying to classify me as something so that they can hold me there for the rest of my life. That's my dad on a yacht. This is me in Section 8. This is me with some Asian woman. I forgot how we met, but I didn't find her very sexually attractive, I'm not gonna lie. She was too skinny and the pheromones were off or something. I don't know. My fever's coming back. I'm gonna need to get more Tylenol. The sickness is not healing, but being in here, it's like they're slowly pruning out all my fruit. It sucks. The world is evil. It seems like the bad works twice as hard as the good. I know I can't trust it. I can't trust my community. I'm glad you're liking it. That support consistently makes me feel, that's what keeps me going when I do these. Sometimes I get the couple people in the chat will just sit there and talk shit for hours. I'm like, what the fuck's going on in their life? So I was trying to show you guys there's a program that I could become a part of, and it would give me assets up to $20,000. And I felt like the best way to get it quickly would be to show up with like 30 people on the internet that all have testimonies. Like, we've been watching Casey for a year now. We're very proud to see how far he's come. He's been through a lot more shit than most people. He has a lot better perspective than most people because of what he's been through, and we really value his opinion and we're excited for him. I think that he's not bullshitting you when he's coming here to get your program assets and stuff, and we want to see him shine and see what he does. I think like 30 phone calls in 5 minutes. Like, I go in there and say, hey, I'm Casey. I'm doing all this. I built a movement on the internet just based off my own mental health, and I've exposed things about society that a lot of people aren't able or ready to see. And the world is at such a weird turning point where my peers growing up that used to just play outside are now turning against people that play outside because they don't dress well, and because a small portion of that group happens to be violent schizophrenics that are always on drugs and running around freaking out. So now everybody, they're trying to force into like a literal quarantine camp for homeless people. And I seem to be the only, there's like 4 of us in a group of 14,000 people. There are only 4 of us that are speaking out about having an opposing opinion towards them. And there's already been 3 deaths. They've killed 3 people already. This constant hyping up and bandwagoning onto the hate the homeless train in a small town has caused 3 homeless deaths of people that are going out and killing them. Thank you. It's like there's only 4 of us, bro. It's me, John Harris, the Atwood family, and then someone that was in Capstone. As they were getting together to try to storm Capstone and just get him, because they were leaving Capstone and they were going and checking car door handles. For what? What do you think I need to go to the hospital for, Julie? Let's see. Come on, Julie. Why do you think I need to go to the hospital? Julie, what do you think I need to go to the hospital for? Julia Dixon balls. Well, I'll give you till I'm at 56 minutes, and if you don't, you're gone forever, Julia. You'd have to make a new account to speak to me. Come on, Julia. Is it the hair, Julia? Is it the hair? It's true. What's true? Julia, we didn't say you were lying. You need to go to the hospital isn't I guess it could be a lie. Julia, if this was a test, you would have failed. No. I mean, I'll give her a minute. Basically, yeah. Nah, we're good. That's somebody that has low brain power. Somebody that's probably very depressed. Or someone that's very old. It's probably someone that's old, somebody that might have bad habits and is living in comfort, but also might be squalor. Somebody that's used to a certain level of wealth that she has not been able to reach this new world that most people are living inside. Most people have evolved in a greater connection to the mycelial network. A lot of people are using it for the wrong reasons, and they're all playing stupid power games to siphon energy, not recognizing that if they're literally believing in emotional energy transference, but they don't believe in divine intervention and karmic retribution. You don't believe that there's an overarching structure in place that unites all of us to allow us to have all these differences in energy. Don't think that there's like a one stable common denominator that might be KC or might be Jesus or might be Christ consciousness, might be the 33 energy, it might be Zeus, Jupiter, or it might be the sun, Leo. In these religions that go back hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. And schizophrenia has only been around for 50 of those years, and in the DSM-5 for schizophrenics, 93% of the world right now is classified schizophrenic because they believe that they're speaking to some type of mycelial network god, whether it's the Most High, or you do the mushrooms and you get the Most High, or you raise your vibration as high as possible and you connect to Christ consciousness or the infinite, or you meet Allah and Allah gives you his blessing and his divine connection in the highest realm. Whatever it is, I'm more of a forest creature. I thrive when I'm inside the network and all the trees are attached to me and I've hugged all the trees and I become a tree myself and I walk around and the squirrels like to hang out with me and the raccoons. We haven't fully figured out, because I was being traumatized. I would get all this power from the forest, all the Sarnanosis blessings, and then immediately these bully piece of shit cops that I've exposed several times in the past had tried me. The problem with schizophrenia is and I mean the experience, I want to say like the merit that I have, because people are like, you're not a psychologist. And I'm not. I didn't look in books for 8 years and then listen to people that have done this for their whole life. But I grew up in institutions and I grew up in a town with considered the worst crime in the country because of the huge amount of mental health services that funnel all of these people downtown in Brattleboro. The reason I'm talking like this, what I'm talking about today. If you notice, I've started to talk like my tarot wifey, and I've started to do the signals, the hand signs, and the whatever, because my subconscious mind is now processing a greater form of energy. Because I got excited. So I don't know if you guys realize, but every single day of the week is a whole new world. Like Saturday, it was not this bright. The past week that I've been here, doesn't the room feel a lot smaller than when I first got here? And the day seems brighter? It's because we ascended to a higher density. And then Monday, the cycle starts again. Which is why we have cycles in the week and the moon cycle and everything. So American society has halted and stopped outright the system that people have said the world goes in for hundreds of thousands of years. They have calendars that have been able to predict massive astrological events and world events and tsunamis and hurricanes and different themes of the earth based off of astrology and the moon and nature cycles. And that's why we have the Chinese zodiacs and the Vietnamese zodiac, from the snake back to the dragon, or the snake on the ground to the flying dragon, and then back to the snake to the dragon to the snake to the dragon. And that's why the dragon has the cat's face, because you have to go through the year of the cat before you hit the dragon. And then the dragon releases, and then you're back at the simplicity of the wise snake that's been through everything and goes back to the ground, because that's where it enjoys everything the best, because when it's on the ground everything is so much bigger, whereas the dragon is the biggest thing that encompasses everything. So you start off as the snake, and then you become the horse that's galloping towards something, and then you go all the way through. And my fate, personally, I like the horse. 2014 was the last year of the horse, but most of my family are snakes. Like my cousin's a Leo snake, and my foster brother is a Sagittarius snake, and my ex-girlfriend is a Gemini snake, and they're considered the wisest signs. They're the highest vibration on the zodiac. So, and they're gold. They're this sort of gold, red, black, and then teetering on green into the horse. So I like that. But with schizophrenia and stuff like this, if I had thought that I had schizophrenia, which I've never had, I was diagnosed for about a week, and I was high. So it's not a you shouldn't diagnose somebody that's coming off of drugs. And I didn't do a lot of drugs, but I went down to party in South Beach, Miami, with my childhood hero, and I actually taught him a lot of skills that helped him manage a group of over 2,000 guys. And he also did pickup artistry, but I've been doing pickup artistry since I was 13, so I had a lot to offer him. But it ended with I think, just my beliefs, I'm always chasing more knowledge and adding it on, and I'm always testing out, if that's true, then this is true, if that's true, then this is true, if that's true, then this is true. So I'm always like, what if, what's going on? Trying to figure out what's happening around me at all times, constantly pumping in the universe to try to come up with a theory of everything, or a perception, or a perspective. It's part of I'm a vortex of 11. I'm born in the 11th, which is alignment. The Sagittarian curiosity is a momentous what if force. Always like if you're curious to go somewhere, like, I wonder what's over there. That's just the natural state of us. Like, our minds are always curious about something, and then the other added on parts to our consciousness kind of guide that energy along, because the Sagittarian is the what if, but Sagittarian is also Jupiter, which is Zeus, the top of Mount Olympus, the king of kings, Horus, the sun god, the orange, and orange adds up to 33 in gematria, and that's why Andrew Tate has all that orange symbolism around him, and he drives an orange Bugatti because he's a Sagittarius Jupiter, but his father was also a 33 in Freemasonry and worked for the CIA, and they really believe it. Whether it's true or not, they really believe it. And I think that's why I tend to gravitate towards orange things all the time. Like, I don't mean to, but it's what kind of, like, the Sagittarian curiosity, I kind of, when I look at things, if something's like, when they say resonating, it means that it's kind of brighter in your mind. It makes you feel happier to be around it when you get more in tune with energy. And I felt like I needed so much orange juice because I was sick. And that's California on fire. And I got here on the 8th. Fell asleep, woke up, and California burned down. By the way. But yeah, that's why they make That's why they make the emergency gear orange. It's all an ancient cult. That's why. So, capital G is the 33rd letter, because Z is 26, and then the lowercase z is the 26th letter, and then the 27th letter is capital A. Just in case you thought I was nuts. I'm not lying here, bro. I don't want it to be true. I kind of want it to be true because then it disproves everyone that says that I might be schizo. You know what I'm saying? So the people that come here and talk shit, they're it's spell work. They might not even be real. They could just be the word demon and the word angel. Originally came from Greek, and it just means messenger. It means an empty vessel that's piloted by an entity that's stemming from a higher plane of the infinite that comes down to this plane, where we've purposefully separated so that in authenticity we can live simply and humbly and make decisions to see what our character truly is. And then after we get the glory and send the glory back for what we did, we have grown. We went through more of life under amnesia to see who we really were. So when something comes down to speak to you, or guide you along the journey, or give you information, or help you see something a certain way, or maybe heal you a little bit, that's a messenger. He delivers a message. He delivers information to you. And that's all demons and angels are. It just depends on where you're getting the information from. We've shown in Aboriginal tribes that have never had any contact with people until very recently pictures of aliens. And like, yeah, those things live underground. We see those things all the time. They trade with us. They give us cool shit, and we give them like a baby every now and then. And then they go back underground, and they're cool little machines. That's a fact, guys. You can look that up. They showed a picture of a gray alien to, I think it was a South American tribe, and they're like, yep, we sacrifice babies to those things, and they give us cool shit sometimes. They live in caves. They're not God. They're like the Amalib or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So schizophrenia. If they had just believed that everything was their own thoughts, and that the voices or hallucinations was just a problem that needed fixing by putting a chemical in your brain to destroy whatever was going on, you would live disconnected from your true self, and you'd always be yearning for what if. But if you had a better teaching to manage, like being able to separate your thoughts from yourself, being able to just sit there and not, oh, come on.